So if you saw Saturday's review of this lovely instrument, you'll have also seen that I was an absolute spoon and managed to not wrap the strings underneath the Bigsby Bridge roller. So let's see if we can do it properly this time. And I do want to show you these GoToh locking tuners. They don't even look like locking tuners, and we'll have a talk about that in a moment. So let's have a look, see what we've got. Now, I have done a Bigsby restring with you before, but what I just want to point out or remind all of us is that the budget strings really won't work because of the size of the aperture in the ball end. Speaking of ball ends, obviously you can't use a ball end string with the Bigsby. It's got to be one with a hole in it like this. So the budget ones will not always go in okay. So when you're doing a Bigsby, it's always helpful to wear spectacles to get your needle, well, any pliers will do really, and just bend the string around the end so the thing doesn't keep escaping. So that's the bottom E. Pop that on, and this time I'll actually thread it underneath the roller bar because that's what I forgot to do last time. Right, let's move up to the business end. Okay, so here they are, the SD91 locking tuners, and they're, you know, they're quite nice to use. Probably other locking tuners may be more instantly easy to use, but they're pretty quick and simple. So let's have a look at what we've got here. What we do like about these, of course, is that, as you can see, there's no big mechanism on the back of them. They're nice and light, so they, you know, they're not going to put a load of weight on your headstock, which is good. And we'll have a look at the operation in a moment. But basically, these unscrew completely, and so I'll take one of those off and let's have a look. Okay, so this is. So this is the capstan. As you can see, there is a hole in the top for the string to go in, and it sits on, if I can find it, there you go, and it sits on this, out of focus, there you go, sits on this threaded post. So the centre of that post goes into the aperture, and, oh, there we go, goes into the aperture and locks your string into position. So let's have a look at restringing. Yeah, so how we do this is obviously just poke the string through. If the hole isn't facing the right direction, just turn it by hand until it is, and you want it obviously facing the nut. So the string goes through like so, and you make sure it's lying where it needs to lie in its normal orientation. So you pull it nice and tight like this, then you put your string winder on until you feel it grip. It's just starting to grip now, and then you get your coin, you stick your coin in the slot and finish the tightening off job, and you'll feel when it's tight. You don't need any instructions about that. Clip it off. And that's it, job done. And it just works like any tuner. Nice and quick and simple. Very nice, lovely. So let's have a look at one on the treble side. So I've popped the string through the aperture. I'm just going to make sure it's seated in the correct orientation throughout its journey along the length of the neck and through the hardware. So I've pulled it as tight as I feel is required. Well, as tight as you can really. We should be on, yeah, that's it. So we're on anti-clockwise. So I'm going to turn this until until it bites like that. So now it's grabbed hold of it, I'm going to put my coin in the slot and continue tightening, and you'll just feel it at home. That's it, crop it off we go. Well, I hope that was useful for if you either have the SD91s or fancy fitness set, because they are good, and like I say, that with most locking tuners they have quite a lot of weight to them, so could potentially just add to a little bit of neck dive, whereas these are small and light and they work just perfectly. Strung up correctly through the Bixby roller post. Yeah, beautiful, aren't they? So, with all of that said, I shall thank you as always for tuning in, and I shall look forward to seeing you on the next one. Adios amigos. Ta-ra.